Hello and welcome to the Great Yorkshire Show, the biggest food and drink event in Yorkshire this year, showcasing some of the region's finest products. Scarborough, the region's oldest resort, and home to Giorgio Alessio, his son Matteo and wife Rachel. Together they run a much-loved and well-established Italian restaurant. To the Alessios, the Laterna is more than just a business.
Lanterna is one of the place when I think food is more important than the business, and that is, I think, a rarity at the moment in this part of the world. And we try to concentrate. Is actually being produced around Scarborough and Yorkshire, and to try to present it in the best possible way.
Giorgio's day starts very early with the shopping. His Italian background has given him a keen eye for quality and presentation. He scours Scarborough fish, looking for the best the sea has to offer that day. He's well known to the fishermen who regularly eat at the restaurant.
I've been up into the restaurant when I've delivered the velvet crabs for him, and I've seen what he does, how he prepares all his food. He's up in the morning, early, very early, down for the market. Then he spends all day in the kitchen. But what he does, he's very passionate with what he does, especially with food.
One of the things I really enjoy having, especially a small restaurant like this one, is try to promote a way of life, not a way of flavor, because I don't like to having a typical Italian restaurant, because you can have duplicating flavor you got in Italy for what you got in England. But to enjoy the way of life, for enjoying food and the way they taste, and the only way to make sure this happen is getting as fresh as that.
Giorgio is now busy introducing a range of fish previously unexploited on the Yorkshire coast.
Is a lot of fish we use in the continent are not being used in here, unfortunately. For one of the things is like velvet crab, or things. This morning when we were at the auction, it was a box. It was only for baits for lobster pots. One of the fish in there, it was about half a kilo of garnet. And that fish is one of the basis fish for any fish shop in the continent. It's quite expensive if you go to Italy in the market. And here they still got fish they are not appreciated, and they still use it for baits. I mean, it's incredible.
It's still early doors, but Giorgio is on the hunt for the next Yorkshire ingredient.
It's one of the best butchers there in town, and we're going to see what he's going to offer, because from then on I compile my menu for tonight. Hi Tony, how you doing?
Fine, you?
Nice to see you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Good.
So,
hopefully we are all ready for you today.
oh good, good. Nice sirloin. Where is from this sirloin?
Absolutely.
It's local,
from
isn't
Greens
it?
at Cloughton.
Ah, that's good. Yeah.
Where you've seen, what, 6-8
Yeah.
miles away?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So, and it's going to be, I think,
Yeah.
maybe just to leave that another week.
Yeah. What about the lamb? What do you think?
And same again, loins of
Yeah.
lamb. They're all from a farming
Nice
ground,
local.
so
Yeah. That's
it's
absolutely.
new season lamb, so
Yeah.
I
It
think
looks,
that will be absolutely delicious.
It looks very tender. Just
Yeah.
that will be perfect. I will take it.
Yeah.
I will take a couple of them, and I hope you got some pig trotters and some
All ready.
tripe.
Everything's ready. We've got the tripe ready
That's
for you
perfect.
today.
That's perfect.
I think everything that you asked for.
That's lovely.
He has a passion for food, and I think his passion for sourcing local food, that comes out in his cooking. He likes to know everything about it, and he's been at times with me to the farm to source the animals to start with, so he likes to see it from grassroots, and I think that's quite important really, because he takes pride in the final product then, and he's produced something that, that's just a chain of friends really.
Oh, Tony says, more than a butcher is a friend, and that's what you really need to. You need to have in this kind of partnership, even with two different business, to make the things work.
Back in the kitchen, Giorgio starts to create his signature dishes.
You always feel judged. Every single plate is coming out, and new people, and they sit down and they judge you on the spot exactly what you do in that moment, in that day, in that year. It's just sometimes I feel that a little bit in my shoulder. You want to always do your best, and and you never have to be cocky or confident. You know what you do, or even probably inside you know you've done it before. You need to be. I'm always living on the edge.
The proof is always in the pudding, and judging by tonight's captive audience, Giorgio has got it right again.
And it's absolutely fantastic.
It's nice to have a high-class restaurant without having to go to the great conurbations of Leeds or Manchester or whatever. So it's just nice to have good quality restaurants here.
Excellent, especially the seafood. It's all fresh produce. It's absolutely terrific.
It's good that we should get fresh vegetables because, you know, quite often we go to places where they just come out of the freezer.
And it's not surprising the Laterna has been grabbing headlines ever since it opened. Many famous faces have walked through the door, and the world's media has sat at its tables.
Look at it with this restaurant, we get some international news review, and that it was a very big bonus for us. And this it was one from the chef, Italian chef. This is a magazine with all the professional chefs. We've been in a couple of regional and national paper.
After all this attention, Giorgio felt he had to tell the world about his love for Italy and Yorkshire food. His new book, The White Truffle Yorkshire Pudding, has been selling like hotcakes ever since.
White truffle to me is part of my youth, is part of my growing up, is part of my life when I was in Italy. It was a thing I did want to always do. You know, try to cook Yorkshire produce with an Italian style, if you that can call it that. And that it was a nice thing for me to express myself in writing, what I always try to do in the restaurant. And luckily enough, is being appreciated by quite a lot of people, and they started to understand what I was doing and what I was all about.
With a book, successful restaurant and firm friendships along the way, Giorgio is now part of the Scarborough experience. His passion for homegrown fresh Yorkshire produce never wanes, and his light will shine long after the customers have gone home.